I have been a lifelong fan of Assassin's Creed since the beginning, but how Ubisoft have evolved over the years and with each and every game that they release, lately I've just lost all hope for Ubisoft. I don't get Ubisoft. I just don't get them. Assassin's Creed Shadows just got announced and the internet has gone absolutely crazy over the release of this game. Because for some reason Ubisoft finally decide to release a game that is in 1579 Japan. The fans have been asking for this for such a long time and they decided to make one of the main characters look a little bit out of place.
We are the shadows.
Is an abomination. That's absurd. The homosexual community is a valuable community.
So in this video, we're going to run through 10 things you need to know about Assassin's Creed Shadows, and at the end, I will give you my honest thoughts of this game.
Oh God.
So we finally get a game in 1579 Japan, which we have all been screaming for since the very start. And it will explore the Azuchi Momoyama period, which was the final stage of the Sengoku period, a time of civil war during the 15th and 16th century. Sorry if I get some of these pronunciations wrong. I don't know much about history, but this was a very pivotal moment in Japan's history. And just like past Assassin's Creed games, they always take some influence from actual history, like in Mirage, for example. Or in this one, players can expect to encounter real-life people like Oda Nobunaga and the Aiga clan, which I looked up, and he was regarded as Japan's first unifier of the country. And in regards to the story, even though I feel like there hasn't been too many details shared, we know that the game will focus on the assassins, aka the Brotherhood who fight for peace, and the Templars who want peace through control. Based off the trailer, we see at the start, Nao's town gets invaded and people start dying from the other main protagonist, Yasuke. This is just my speculation of the story. Now, it could be that Nobunaga could be a Templar himself or is being manipulated by them. And maybe at some point he's either killed by them or betrayed. And that is where Yasuke and Nao join up forces in order to take down the Templars. Maybe. In order to get revenge for his master. Something like that, I'm speculating. Despite about the characters they've chosen, I do think this has the potential to have a decent storyline. Like, potential. The size of the game has been described to be as close to Assassin's Creed Origin, which I loved that game and the size of it, and also with the collector's edition that I will not be buying. It shows a few regions on the map which I'm not going to even try to pronounce because I'll just get it wrong. It does give us an idea of what this game is going to look like. This brings me over to the two protagonists that they have decided to choose.
It's so dumb.
It's so dumb, it's brilliant.
No! It's just dumb.
You will be able to switch between these two characters throughout the story. A female shinobi known as Nao and Yasuke, a real person in history that has been exaggerated way too much. Yasuke, one of the first black people in Japan at that time that served under Nobunaga as a retainer for a period of around 15 months between 1581 and 1582. That's what I've researched. Let's just calm down in case, you know, I'm a bit wrong, but that's what I've kind of searched up online. Nao will be the stealth character, so if you do want to tackle missions like an actual assassin, then she's the one to go with, although I wish I could play as a traditional Japanese character who is an assassin. It would kind of match my ambitions and thoughts of the game, you know, something like Ghost of Tsushima and Rise of the Ronin, but we'll get to that later. With Yasuke, he will basically be a big brute. As you are able to choose which character to play with, the way you approach these missions will be quite different. Brute force with Yasuke or the stealthier approach with Nao. And it is noted that this is the first Assassin's Creed game that has made a historical figure a playable character, which personally they didn't really have to. I don't think they should have, because I feel like all the other characters in the Assassin's Creed games are incredible. I really loved all of these characters, or the majority of them, especially Eivor. I really like Cassandra, even though I played as Alexios, Ezio, Altair, all of these characters that I loved. I feel like there's more creativity when you decide to make a character from fiction. No one ever complained about the characters that they chose before, but this is what they've decided to do. Plus, if I want to play as an assassin, I want to be immersed in the game and the setting as much as possible. That's why games like Ghost of Tsushima, Rise of the Ronin even, I actually really love that game. But you're immersed in the culture and the setting. I just don't feel immersed with the characters they've decided to pick. Plus, why is Nao's face really round? She looks like a man if you take away her hair.
Oh, damn.
It's like me playing Odyssey, which I love that game, and also I'm Greek. They chose it very well. It was amazing that you played as a Greek character. You had the choice of two characters, male and female, and they were from that country. If it was in Greece and then you played as, I don't know, a Scotsman, I would be like, really? I really wish you picked a flipping Greek character because it would have matched the flipping setting that you're in. It doesn't make any sense.
Built by friendship and family.
What do you think of that, Mr. Pajama-wearing, basket-faced, slipper-wielding, Clive three-buckle, gather up and blade mob bleeder and gomeril?
Just like Assassin's Creed Origins, you play as an Egyptian guy set in Africa. In Mirage, you play as an Arabic guy. It worked. It really, really did work, all of these games that they made. What is cool about the game is that it will be utilized in different seasons. We've been screaming for some improvement in Ubisoft games in general. This looks like a good step in the right direction. It's been confirmed that it will cycle through the 4 seasons, spring, summer, autumn, and winter, and this will drastically change your playthrough. For instance, throughout summer, there'll be a lot of bushes and greenery, which will allow you to hide within the grass, making it easier for you to hide from enemies. As autumn and winter hits, these plants will not be here, taking that away from you. And even to the detail of, if you're trying to go under a bridge, for example, when it is winter, you will not be able to dive into the water and hide because it will be frozen over. And even certain environments you climb may alert guards, as it will cause them to hear the sound of the drop of some of these icicles. This sounds very, very cool. NPCs will also change through seasons, such as their movement patterns and where they stand. I've read up that during winter, more soldiers and guards may be gathering around fire to get more heat. In summer, they may be more spaced out. So the one thing that sounds exciting is that these NPCs will be different from past games, and I think that's been a very big problem in some of these recent games. For instance, if I go to kill this guy over here, hello? I just killed him. And certain weather conditions in the game will hinder the enemy's sight, so they might not be able to see you if there's like a storm or fog. With these two characters, they are completely different, like I said, so that means the way you complete these missions is up to you. Neo will be the stealthier assassin who will have access to a new weapon, the grapple hook. She'll be able to basically climb over walls, as the world will be filled with hook points, which I assume will make her much more quicker. I heard as well that she'll be able to go prone like in the feature of The Last of Us Part 2, which does change the entire gameplay and utilizes your environments. And I have to say, with The Last of Us Part 2 and that multiplayer, the ability to go prone is a game changer. It's such an amazing feature. Yasuke will be more of a brute, and like in the trailer, he is busting through buildings, which means they'll be able to assassinate targets through these screen doors, and there will be much more destructible environments. In regards to the main campaign, it is going to be a lot more free-flowing than other Assassin's Creed games, being described that we can tackle quests and defeat certain enemies in any order we choose to do so. So even by exploring, we may just happen to come across these certain enemies, which we will be able to take out. We will still have objectives, but it won't just bombard us with icons in the screen, because the latest Assassin's Creed games felt like there was just too many icons on the screen. So it's great to know that they're going to reduce the amount on the screen, because that was one of the major problems. There was just too much on the screen. So it will give us a lot more freedom if you buy the game. And of course, there'll be certain missions that will be locked between the two characters. So I guess to get the most out of the game, you will need to play as both characters, which will each have their own skill tree, stats, and weapons. Now, there are some changes from past Assassin's Creed games, some good or some
that I wish that why would you do that?
Utilizing our bird in order to scout targets and find out more about infiltrating bases will now be taken out, but Eagle Vision will be reintroduced so we can mark our own targets, and certain enemies will be marked in different colors. The classic viewpoint cinematic shot will not be there anymore, which will trigger an animation, and why? This is what Assassin's Creed games was. Although Ubisoft is not Ubisoft back then now. They're totally different people who just want to take your money. Instead, it will just activate a fast travel point. There will be no shields in the game like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which was a bit weird to be honest, as it was the Spartan era. Now that I think about it, it didn't really bother me anyway. There will be a hell of a lot of customization options in the game. It's Ubisoft, so get ready for Helix credits and money, microtransactions and all sorts. Yeah. Probably going to be some Iron Man suits eventually. There will be a feature that will allow us to craft certain weapons, and there will be a transmog system like in previous Assassin's Creed games. That is the one thing I liked about Valhalla, was the amount of customization options in the game. I really did love this, just changing my outfit, finding different gear. Not only that, the one thing they are improving on is your hideout, which is quite exciting because I loved that in Valhalla. I wish there was much more customization options. In Shadows, you will be able to do much more than that. You'll be able to decorate your hideout with accessories and decorations like you can see with one of the additions, the Ultimate Pack. You get the Sekiro Hideout Pack, whatever edition it is, the Ultimate Vibranium expensive edition. It's already been announced that there will be 2 expansions, which all it says is explore new lands, meet new characters, and unravel new mystery. And there is a bonus quest locked towards this. I hate it when they lock things between paywalls and editions. Just give us the whole game. And it's great to know before we've seen any damn gameplay, they've announced these expansions. Would be great to see some gameplay before pre-orders. Let's go over the damn prices before we see any gameplay. We have the standard edition, which according to Ubisoft, it's actually $59.99. I thought it was $69.99, but that's what it says on the website. With the pre-order bonus, which is a quest, just a quest. Gold edition, which is $94.99. This is in Great British pounds and comes with the pre-order quest, but also the season pass and 3 days early access. Ultimate edition, $114.99. All of what you had before, as well as the Ultimate Pack, which contains a character pack, hideout pack, a reg dragon filter mode, and some unique ornaments for the hideout. Or you could sign up to Ubisoft Plus for $14.99 for a month and try and beat it within a month. Oh my gosh, these prices are extortionate for a game.
Jesus! you can't be popping up on me like that. You do that too much.
So, unless you've been living under a tree, we're going to talk about some of the backlash that's come with this game. I was shocked as well, but the fact that you're not playing as a Japanese character, you're in Japan, you want to make it as immersive as possible. I do not understand, personally, why you wouldn't go for a Japanese character. No one else was screaming in past Assassin's Creed games that you should make the main character from a totally different continent. I started looking at the Ubisoft YouTube comments, and I think it's best to look at the people from Japan to see what they are saying. And you see some of these comments, and it is crazy to see what Ubisoft have done. Also saying it's based off fact when it clearly isn't. I don't understand why they just wouldn't go for a traditional Japanese character. You know why. Make the game immersive. It took me out of the immersion, and they're just bringing modern day politics.
Damn Sweet Baby is somewhat involved.
You know they want some of that ESG money. Also, what's crazy is that as I was making this video, I saw an article and videos come up. Now, we've just been announced that Yasuke and Naao, or I keep getting her name wrong, will also be LGBTQT+.
Why are you the way that you are?
Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, they had to go and do this. Before you say anything...
Too late.
I don't mind characters like, you know, Aloy. Ellie's one of my favorite characters. So before you say something, it's just every game, Ubisoft. Every flipping game. So according to this, Ubisoft appears to confirm Assassin's Creed Shadows protagonists Yasuke and Naao are LGBTQ+. How many letters? So in a blog post on the company's website published on 15th of May, Naao and Yasuke's disparate personalities also lead them to have different relationships and rapports with other characters, and they don't always feel the same way about people, nor do people always feel the same way about them. Next, they discuss romance options. Romantically, they will also attract and be attracted to different types of people. There's only 2 types of different types of people. Through the pair, players will get to experience a multitude of relationships. And I'm fed up of, like, you go to play games to get immersed. We've got lead writers who are part of Sweet Baby. With Assassin's Creed games, I used to love them. And with Assassin's Creed Shadows, they're making some of the improvements that should have been made a long time ago. The different change of seasons, the enemy NPCs acting differently, different weapons, and the fact that we're finally in Japan. But I feel like they've just gone in the total different direction. And I just feel like, oh my gosh, why have you taken this route? Why couldn't you just make a traditional immersive Japanese game? It took me out of the immersion massively because Ubisoft love to just put so much politics in their games. With the prices of today's games, again, I'm a part-time YouTuber. I was really thinking about buying this game to make videos on. At the minute, I'm not buying it. Ubisoft don't even care about you owning your games. They don't care about what you think. They just try and push certain flipping agendas. It's a game. Also, let's be honest, they made the main female character, Naao, like, her face is really round. She looks like the Star Wars Outlaws. Like, they've all got the same round face. Because if you take her hair out, she actually looks like a dude. which is crazy because they're trying to bridge the gap between male and females, which makes no sense. If you're going to buy the game, all power to you. This channel is all about everyone is allowed different opinions, just to let you know. And I would never say don't buy this game. You can do whatever you want for your money. But I'm in two minds whether to invest my money. I'm just not interested in the game. It's as simple as that. I'm just not interested in the game. There's just so many other better games. And maybe if I got it on discount for 20 quid, I'll check it out. But at the minute, we're going to have to wait to see some gameplay, which will be in June, supposedly, because I don't get why people would pre-order a game, especially a Ubisoft game, if it's not even shown any gameplay yet. I want to know what you think about this video and this game. Are you going to buy it? Are you not going to buy it? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know. Let's take a look at the comment of the day from my previous video. Stellar Blade is one of the best PS5 games in 2024. Shout out to Norgs. I'm about halfway through, taking a bit of a break. I'll get back to it for sure. I'm really enjoying the gameplay and story. Definitely worth your time and money. Yeah, 100% loving this game. Oh my gosh, it's just such a good game. We have to support these sort of games because they just made a game to make it fun, to make it immersive. That's what it's all about. Forget the outside world. We're trying to escape that. What are you going to do?